Hey, good evening. I hope everybody's doing good. This is another edition of the Sports Chasers. Hey, this is the Monday Night Football Blitz. Championship Sunday doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care about injuries. It doesn't care about what almost happened. Championship Sunday in the NFL only remembers who showed up and who folded. In the cold, New England, the Patriots, they found a way. In the chaos, the Seattle Seahawks, they rose to the moment. 2 games, 2 wins, 1 destination, Super Bowl LX. And for those that don't really understand the Roman numerals, that's Super Bowl 60. And while some franchises are celebrating, others are staring in the mirror asking hard questions. Did the Steelers really get their guy? Why are the Browns still searching? And who actually wants the Jets defensive coordinator job? Because that decision tells you everything about their organization you only need to know. Tonight is not about hot takes. Tonight is not about moments, pressure, and truth. This is where narratives stop and real football conversation begin. This is the Monday Night Football Blitz. This is the Sports Chasers, and this is the Championship Sunday Explain. Let's get into it tonight, man. Let's go.
This is Sports Chasers, where real fans get real sports talk. No hot takes, no narratives, just objective perspective, honest debate, and everything happening across the sports landscape. Now, let's join the chase.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers coming to you live and direct here on a Monday night, Monday Night Football Blitz. Here on Monday night. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notifications, the bells for all the notifications. And those that are listening on the sound of my voice, hey man, the podcast aside, shout out to you guys out there. Shout out to the people in the United Emirates, man, for hanging out with us and doing a lot of downloads, man. Yo, do me a favor while y'all listening, give us that 1, that 2, that 3, that 4, that 5-star review, 5-star review. Lovers or haters, let us know how we're doing. We appreciate that, man. Hey, let's meet the crew. D-Dubs, what's up, man? How are you today, sir?
What up? It's good, man. Monday night, Sports Chasers week here. Yeah, how's everything? I hope everybody's safe, digging out from the snow and ice and, good little weekend to chill out. You didn't have anything to do. Well, you shouldn't have been doing nothing, but just laying in the house, but I digress.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you, man. The DA, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir? What's going on? Is DA with us? Okay, I'm going to skip over to the Angry One. Angry One, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir? What's going on?
Doing well. I hope everybody is well on this Monday night Blitz. We got a kind of sad, man. We only got 2 games to talk about, but we still got a whole host of things to add to it. But man, hope everybody's safe out there, man, and it's nice and warm.
I'm sorry, Kev. I'm here, man. I was just couldn't get off the mute button. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, DA, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, man?
We good, man. We're good, man.
Good. I'm like with E, man. Yeah, I'm kind of sad because now there's only 1 more game left of football. To talk about.
You always got the NBA, man. Stop playing.
I would black my screen out, but it's already blacked out.
Well, we got the DA. The DA will be able to chime in on the NBA because he know it's fantastic and he loves it.
Tonight is about football.
I'm sorry. No trolling tonight. I'm sorry.
Why y'all messing with the DA, man? So
I haven't watched the game all year, so I would be no good to tell you anything. It'd be a lie.
Okay, got you. I got Duke and Louisville on the screen over here, man. Talking about basketball. NCAA got pros returning to college to play, man. That's man. You know what? Whatever, man.
Another day for another show. Go ahead and kick it.
Yeah, man. Let's go to the first game, man. Where the New England Patriots, they dug deep in a snow-soaked Mile High Stadium to earn a 10-7 win over the Denver Broncos and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 60, showcasing that sometimes grit and defense matters more than gaudy stats. Like I said, the weather conditions, it was heavy snow, I want to say in the second half. impacted offenses throughout, especially the passing game. The Patriots, Drake May, he scored the game's only offensive touchdown on a 6-yard run and made key scrambles to seal the victory. Jarrett Stidham starting for the injured Bo Nix through the lone Denver touchdown, but also committed a critical late interception. He threw it in that win, man. The Broncos opted to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of a chip shot field goal early. We keep talking about this, about not getting the sure points. The decision head coach Sean Payton later regretted as it potentially cost 3 points. And he was chasing those points the rest of the game, man. Defenses both dominate. Both teams struggled to move the ball. But New England defense made crucial stops and turnovers when it mattered, especially late. Historic note, this is the Patriots' 12th Super Bowl appearance, extending the franchise NFL record. And this is actually a rematch of the 2015 Super Bowl. If y'all remember that, that's when Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson got a little cute down there at the goal line, and as they say, the rest is history, man. So I'll just open it up. D-Dubs, what's your thoughts on this game here tonight, sir?
Hey, what can I say other than you coaches are going to learn, huh? You're going to learn to take these points and stop playing. I think we talked about it 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5. I mean, what is it? What's wrong with y'all, man? It's like all the stuff that I learned growing up watching the game, watching all the coaches, is everybody tell you go get the points, man. Get the points up there. And it's just here recently in this new age where the new Madden age is where these guys are just, they call it being aggressive. We're going to be aggressive. Yeah, there's a time to be aggressive, and there's time to go ahead and play the points, man. Play to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're when you go and get in 3, you're playing to lose. But overall, good game. I mean, I thought, shout outs to Jarrett Stidham, man. I thought he played well.
Yeah.
In spite of the situation he was put into. And then, again, had you went for points, you possibly could have put him in a better situation to play better, you know what I'm saying, to react to certain things. And I think he started, the weather conditions started getting bad and it started breaking down. And then, he started doing stuff that, you didn't necessarily have to do, but being that they was chasing the points, they ended up in that, in the situation. So, Sean Payton, I guess he's trying to be the smartest man in the room, and it cost him. It bit him in his ass. So.
Kept chasing the points, man. When I was like, man, maybe some weather situation. Maybe you had a weather person on the sideline that I didn't.
Yeah. And shout out to New England. New England, both defenses was good, and shout out to Denver because Denver kept them in the game. They still had a chance to win the game. But Patriots defense came up and played good. Drake May, solid. He didn't do much, but solid game. That's all you needed him to do. Manage the game. He did it.
Yeah. Gotcha. DA, your thoughts on this game?
It was a good game, good defense. I think Peyton, he took a risk and he owned it. It didn't work out for him. I try not to ever second guess a dude on his own sideline. I think he should have went for the 3. But he knew he had the backup quarterback. There's a million reasons why he could have done it the other way. So it was what it was. They lost the game. That Denver defense is for real. They actually outplayed the New England defense.
Yes, I would say. Mm-hmm.
By a lot to me. But with a backup quarterback, I guess he figured he had to try to do the best he can while the weather was good. That's the only thing I can think of. While the weather was good with a backup quarterback, he figured he tried to do the best he could. But it's not my team; it's his team, and I'm sure he apologized to his team after the loss. And next year they'll do better. That's all I can get out of it personally. That's all I can say. But hey, good defense, Denver. And if they can keep that side of the ball together, they're only going to get better on the other side of the rack. So, that being said, I think they'll be right back there next year.
Let me ask you this: do you think it would have made a difference if Bo Nix was in there?
Probably, yeah, because he runs more. Like Bo Nix will get a first down. He'd do the same thing that Drake made with it. You know, he'll go get a first down with his legs. Bo Nix he does that. You know, so yeah, I don't think that would have been a problem if that situation would have came up, but he wasn't in there. Stidham, is definitely not as mobile as Stidham. I mean, Stidham is not as mobile as Bo Nix or Drake May. So with that said, like I said, I can. I'm not saying I agree, but I can understand what they were trying to do, what they were thinking about when he did it. But listen, man, you do what your coach tells you, man.
Do what your coach tells you, yeah.
That's what you do.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. E, what you got on this? The angry one, what you got on this, sir?
Yo, man, I really don't. I agree with what was already said, man. I felt like Sean Payton. I said I was going to pay attention to the coaching because of the elements, right? I think the elements really, it really puts an emphasis on your X's and O's. And I thought that Sean Payton had a hell of a game plan, and for his backup quarterback, he put him in situations. And they, for the most part, they executed on those situations. It's just that you failed to take the points when needed, and I that's the only thing that I really did not agree with. You have a backup quarterback, sir, with a Super Bowl contending defense. Why not take the points? But like DA said, that's his team, not mine. I'm over here. I'm just on on this podcast, or excuse me, on this media brand talking about the game like everybody else, man. I'm not coaching. So anyway, shout out to Drake May. Did not have the best game passing in these elements, but what he did was he improvised, and he improvised well, and he helped his team move the chains. And one thing that I will give New England credit for is that even though they did not run the ball all that well with Stevenson, he was 25 for 71, 2.8 yard average. But what he did was keep the defense honest. You still got to honor that run game because they still pounding that rock, regardless if they're getting 2 yards, 3 yards, 1 yard. That's just something that you had to think about. You just don't never know with a guy like that. He may break one, even in the elements. But I thought it was a great game, man. It was a gritty game, and woulda, shoulda, coulda. I will say that one field goal. I don't know what the center, the long snapper was doing. Like he snapped the ball and just froze there, and the guy just came through and got a mitten on that on the ball, and it went to the right. But again, that's neither here nor there, man. They Denver is set up for the future. I think they was a little bit ahead of schedule anyway, in my personal opinion. But they'll be all right, man. Hopefully, you don't never know when these teams, if they can ever get back, but at least they are set up, personnel wise, to get back.
Well, you talk about ahead of schedule. Look at New England, man. You would have never told me this.
To be honest, all of these teams are ahead of schedule. Even Seattle. I mean, but this is the parity that we spoke on all year. There was not one dominant team. Maybe for 3-4 weeks, we said LA, and then it switched, and then Chicago. Pardon. Oh snap, Chicago, and then you got the Seahawks, and then San Fran. How they win it? It was a round table of teams that looked dominant for a granted period of time. And then
do you like this format?
It is what it is.
Do you like this form of the NFL though?
I do, but the other media doesn't, because they don't have anything to talk about. They have their stars. Me and about this the other day. They don't have their stars to talk about. Oh, so they're gonna poo-poo. Oh my God, how's it gonna be Seattle and New England? Easy. If you're a football fan, you love it. Point blank, period.
D-Dubs, your thoughts on that question I just gave? I'll point out.
Yeah, I had just spoke about it, and I think me, Eric, we was on the talking, and I talked to you earlier, and last night I felt different. I was like, man, none of these teams was really that great, that good. But then I woke up this morning and I'm like, this might, I didn't think it's going, I said maybe it might be a pretty good Super Bowl. This might be actually pretty decent. For the fact of the matter is that we, in the first 15 minutes of this show, we talked about the defense, which we don't normally get a chance to talk about. And I kind of like defense. I personally like defense.
Hold on one second.
And, yeah. We actually talking about defense, and it's like it's a fresher breath air. Fresher.
But offenses run the league. Where you been the last 10 years?
Yeah, that's the problem. I think we had too much of the offense and not enough balance. And let's try to. If you notice even the coaches, defensive minded coaches, Vrabel, McDonald, it's just it's good. It's I think it's a good look for the NFL, and I know hopefully they don't poo poo on it. We shall see how the next 2 weeks go, and I think I kind of feel differently now. So I think this might actually be a good Super Bowl, and and looking at the participants involved, the whole Sam Darnold story. The Patriots, like I said, the Vrabel story. This is so much. It's so much here for a first year head coach and a second year head coach on the other side. So we got a lot to delve into, and this is what happens when you coach, scouting. I think we all could agree, coaching and scouting, and putting together a good team. And again, we'll talk about the Seattle mix. Putting together a good team. One man's treasure and
one man's trash.
One's trash and somebody's treasure, man. So it's good.
I'll get to Vrabel here in a second. DA, your thoughts on that question I just asked about the parity and all that.
Yeah, it's always been, we always knew that there was at a time that there was a dominant team, but they were a dominant team for a reason. I don't have any problem with what we're seeing right now. I believe that it's going to be a good Super Bowl, a good game. Some TV networks may be a little bit scared because they won't have as much to talk about over the next week or two, because they would like to have, they give you that offense. That was never the truth. They were just selling you on some BS. And that was never the truth. There's always been good defenses in the Super Bowl. There's always been running games in the Super Bowl. You just can't win the Super Bowl without that. Regardless of what they tell you, it's not true. So if you look at the numbers and you look at the stats, it'll show you that. And and the whole offensive coach thing is definitely not true. So because you don't call the offense, or because you come from an offensive background, doesn't mean that as the head coach you have to coach the whole team. So with that being said, you can't just be out there talking about the offense and not caring what the defense does as a head coach, or else you'll just lose. Same way, you'll just lose. It's really not much else you can do, because you have to be on top of both sides of the game. But we'll just wait to see what these guys talk about the next 2 weeks. They'll try to make up stories about other things, I guess.
Not us.
We'll wait and see what happens. It should be a good game either way, though.
Yeah,
it'll be a good game.
Nah, and you talk about the media, and we're part of the media. But yeah, you're right. Those legacy medias, they will absolutely try to make up stories, and because like DA always says and has been telling me for the last 15 years, man, some of these guys don't have nothing to talk about, and they got all the tools to talk about. To dive in and do some investigative reporter and stuff like that. Like, I think the Vrabel thing, the coach Vrabel thing, that's an awesome thing. One of his defensive linemen, Jeffrey Simmons, sent a tweet this afternoon, on yesterday, I should say. He said he's happy as hell for Vrabel and these guys. That's tough. And now he would know because he played under Vrabel from 2019 to 2023, man. So go ahead, E.
Man.
Go ahead, man.
Talk about these relationships all the time, man. Man, you have to have some kind of rapport with your coach, with your quarterback, with your GM, or your owner, or everybody has to be on the same page for this thing to work. I'm sorry, you can't just piece things together, and this ain't Madden, man. You can't just piece stuff together and expect it to work just because you got big names here or whatever the case may be. It doesn't work like that. For Vrabel to be, lack of a better word or a better term, run out of Tennessee and to see where they're at now and to see where he is now, yeah, that's a story all in itself.
Gotcha. I definitely would say that, his story is a pretty good one, and you got to kind of stay with what you got sometimes, man. And like D-Dub said, one man's trash, it's another man's treasure, man. And they got right, man. They got right, and it just the stars align. And you can say what you want. Robert Kraft wanted him all along. I think Gerard Mayo, he just made it easy for him because they didn't perform well, and they was awful last year, and yeah, they was awful. Let's just say what it is, and it made it pretty easy for Kraft when Vrabel was available, and he snatched him up, and whatchamacallit, man. So it just is what it is, man. Hey, let me get to this, man, because I saw on social media, maybe I shouldn't be watching it, some social media, man. There's been some outcries, and I don't understand people, and maybe it's because where they lived or where they lived. I know. Oh my God, all the games, all the championship games should be played in a controlled environment in a dome stadium. And I was like, man, you people, man, are sickening.
I knew that was coming.
It's football. It's football. Yes, and some teams like Kansas Cities of the world. Who else is getting ready to build it? Tennessee. They're getting ready to build these Teflon Don stadiums with Teflon on top. Excuse me, and they play in cold weather. But the reason why they're doing it, shut up. The reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to. Cleveland's doing it too. They're trying to get some revenue and entertainment all year round, and something that we have spoke about on this business side of sports here on the Sports Chasers, man. But to hear and see people whine and cry that, oh my God, the game would have been differently, man. Where have you been playing football at, man? That's all I want to ask. E, since you was chiming in and chuckling, your thoughts on the masses and the crybabies, and wanting to be playing in 72 degree climate control all the time.
Yo, man, they make me sick. Yo, man. If that's how you feel. Go move to Atlanta. Go move to New Orleans. Go somewhere where that day's in a dome already and relax. Okay, this is if you don't want your team playing in the cold, how about you tell them to get better and win home field so that you won't never ever have to play or sit in or watch your team play in cold weather. How about that? It's never gonna go away though. This is the National Football League. It's not arena football. Just saying. And really, in all honesty, how many teams left really play in cold weather like that? That not even just cold weather with the condition being that they were this weekend. There's not that many left. Especially in the next 5 years, you probably won't have any left. But please stop with the crying. Please. Most of y'all wasn't even at the stadium anyway. So what difference does it make? What you crying for? I'm snotting and spitting and shit. Man, come on, man. Please. Knock it over. That's my take.
Man. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
I'm going to push back a little bit. Although I do agree with you guys, but the more I'm whining and crying, the more they, the business side of things. This is all the Jerry Jones effect. You know what I'm saying? And people have figured it out. Or how did I get more money? Make this stadium this. I could get more revenue this way. Da 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 da. So I mean, I can see it. I can see it coming. It's already down. You can see it. Teams is already doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's coming. But I totally agree. The elements is what it is. It's the elements, man. That's what football is about. It was outside. And that's it, man. I don't know why we crying about it. It's been like this for forever. You know what I'm saying? So
I just don't think people are happy, man. They just got something to say about something all the time. Like the Winter Classic is coming up in Tampa here this week for the NHL, and they'll be playing in Tampa. And and the temperature is supposed to be 67 degrees. Oh my God, why are we not playing in Minnesota or Detroit or somewhere in the man? Y'all don't know what y'all want, man.
Bro, it's like it's just
when they had the Winter Classic here in Miami a couple of weeks ago, right. I think around right after Christmas, man, they was crying because oh my God, it's 62 degrees and it's really not.
Just constant complaints, man. It's just you're never gonna get it right. I mean, for them anyway. So
I will say this: Buffalo Bills and me and DA talked about that. Y'all built this $2 billion stadium and y'all didn't put a roof on that. Shame on y'all.
mm-hmm. Well,
shame on y'all.
Yeah.
DA,
So all you people.
Go ahead. D. No, go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, all you Buffalo fans, just don't get on social media crying. Cry to those people that own your team. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? But anyway, that's all I got.
Yep, $2 billion stadium, and they didn't put a cover on it, and you can only use it 9 or 10 times during the year for football. So, DA, your thoughts about this?
I don't. You know, I don't listen to those people. Nor do I care. Like, you know, everybody's in life. Everybody's always going to have something to be mad about, and that's fine. Be mad, be happy. Throw on the sweater, throw on the hat. Don't. It matters not to me. The games are going to come on. They're going to come on whether you like it or not. It's going to be cold whether you like it or not. It's going to be hot whether you like it or not. My thing is I just don't listen because I don't care.
Why you throwing that hat and stuff like that? Make sure you go to the Sports Chasers merchandise.
Get yourself a Scully from there and a sweater. Yeah. But it's cold or it's hot or whatever your beef is. There's going to be a way to fix that. And if there's not, don't watch. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You're not really changing these billionaires' dollars. So
nope, it's here to stay.
Yeah, that being said, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's here to stay. Yeah, make sure y'all stop by the merch store if you really want to be. If you're gonna be hot or cold, we got joggers on there now. We got fleece hoodies.
You know, got what you need. So
you want to go out there? Oh yeah, stop by. You know, sportschasers.net. Go to the merchandise section and go get your hoodie and get your Scully. Go get your bucket hat. Go get your joggers. Go get all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Good story. New England's back in the Super Bowl. They're 12th. And hey, hooray for them. Hooray for the New England organization and the new era, the Mike Vrabel era.
Hey, I got a question. How mad are the Jets, Miami, and Buffalo for not getting it done? And New England has just turned it around and just like that. And with it's like almost watching with not like a whole lot of stars per se,
right?
But they got some hidden gems in there that played together and made it work. It's just amazing, man. Amazing. I was just thinking about that, the Buffalo who's had the top dog as far as a quarterback and has not gotten it done. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of amazing.
I will say this though, it's the organization, man. It's how the organization ran.
Yep.
DA says it all the time. It's the little things like drafting. What's that? Scouting. Scouting is huge.
Development.
It's huge. Development. How do you go about this? And some teams are not really good at it. The Jets, not good at it. They can't even find a defensive coordinator. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So let me go on to the next game. I thought both games was good, but this was a really thrilling game. And I'll just start off like this. What is this here? We'll break down one of the most electric NFC Championship games here in recent memory. A back-and-forth battle. It was between the Rams and Seahawks that came down to clutch plays, turnovers, and momentum swings. But the Seahawks punching their ticket to Super Bowl LX 60, every decision mistake, and explosive play reshaped the NFC title tonight. Final score, the Seahawks 31, Rams 27. Seahawks advanced to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold, he threw 3 touchdown passes, fueling Seattle's offense and earning the victory over the Rams. Matthew Stafford also tossed 3 TDs and nearly matched Darnold's output, finishing with 374 passing yards. If you didn't like defense in the first game, well, you got your offense in this game, man. But the Rams came up short, and these are one of the keys. The muff punt by Rams returning Xavier Smith hit the Seahawks a momentum-changing scoring opportunity, and then you had the taunting penalty also by Woolen. Taunting penalty sparked the Rams touchdown drive. It was the back and forth showing how emotional things can get in the NFL, right? Especially in the playoffs. The Seahawks defense made a crucial fourth down stop late. That was the last. There was their second to last possession. The Rams had, and I thought for sure they was going to get it because they kept going down with the ball, and they was unable to get it. Some of the offensive highlights: Jackson Smith, Enigma flashed as a deep threat. Kenneth Walker III contributed with key runs and a score. Rams cut the lead late with Stafford and Nakua connection, but couldn't overcome clock and defensive stops. The Rams' impressive 14-6 season ends just one game shy of the Super Bowl. I'll give it to E. Your thoughts on this game here?
Yo, man. My opinion, this was the more entertaining game of the two. Especially in that second half, it seemed like it was all about the defense in the first half. Everybody was filling each other out, this and that, the third. And then it just seems like the defense stayed in the locker rooms. But yo, man, I have, first and foremost, I have to give a special shout out to Sam Darnold.
Yes.
You still got one more game to go, sir, but you have played phenomenally these last two seasons. And I have just been waiting for you to turn back into the Jets or Carolina Panthers Sam Darnold, and you have failed to do so. So I have to salute you for playing your ass off and outdueling Mr. Matthew Stafford, who played great in his own right. Some of them throws that we seen during this game was absolutely phenomenal. But I will say I think the offensive coordinator, especially in the fourth quarter for Seattle, had better schemes to get his guy open, because Smith Enigma was open all friggin' game. And especially on that touchdown pass, that was a thing of beauty. And I think I was just talking to D-Dubs. I was like, I don't understand how they are not using Puka, talking about the Rams, how they're not using Puka and Devontae the same way that they use Smith Enigma
Yes.
on that last route. Yo, man, you create on offense, you create alleys for your guys to get open. You know what I'm saying? You work the seams and you work out routes, in routes, all these different things. And for somebody of Sean McVay's caliber, I would have thought that he would have did that a little bit better. But nonetheless, man, Seattle, yo, man, I really didn't think that they would. Salute to them, man. And the Rams, yo, man, y'all had a hell of a year. Try to get back next year, but congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks, man. They pulled it out.
Gotcha. D-Dubs, your thoughts here?
Yeah, I thought this was an excellent game. I think you see we've seen the maturation of Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold was he played phenomenal. What was the stat line on him? He had threw for 3 touchdowns, 346, I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
25 of 36 for 346.
Yeah. I mean, come on. And it looked like he was starting to click. Like it started clicking for him. Like after the Rams scored that touchdown, right? When I think I texted guys, hey, the momentum has swung, the game is over. Yo, Sam Darnold got the ball. It was just like it's like he knew where his players was at, and he was zipping that ball, and it was like he turned it around like in no time and went right back down the field and scored the touchdown. So I mean, kudos to him. Yo, the Rams their defense is that secondary is terrible. I mean, I don't know what was going on back there. Eric said the defense was left back in the locker room. I guess so, man, because it was just terrible. They played good last week, but this week was just not it, man. They could not stop Seattle. Couldn't get no stops. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. Puka Nacua played a great game for him. I think it was a good game for him. And Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford played good too. No interceptions and three TDs. Yo, I mean, so in that aspect, somebody had to lose, and I think the Seattle just has, their defense is just a step above. I think they're better. I'm not shocked of the results. So kudos to them. And like again, this goes back to the whole thing. Seattle's the organization putting together this type of team, able to snatch up Sam Darnold before anybody else was to get him after the Minnesota just said no Geno Smith. I believe they traded away Geno, and
Geno went to the Raiders.
He went to the Raiders, and
this opened up the spot, and then
opened up a spot for Sam.
Minnesota had to make a hard decision. Either they go with JJ McCarthy or you go with Darnold, and they decided to go with their person that they
went with JJ.
They went with JJ. I mean, in hindsight being what it is, man, they believed in JJ, I'm not saying that the book is done on JJ McCarthy, man, but they believed in JJ and they thought that,
I just got a question though. If you a team, this is any one of our teams. Your team, this guy just led you to a 14-3 record, a berth into the playoffs. You lose in the playoffs, and then you decide to go. I'm going to change route and go. I don't think how many people are doing that and saying they're going to go with this rookie guy, the unproven guy. You got this guy right here. You don't see that much.
The reason they're doing that because the rookie guy did beat Sam Darnold out until he got hurt. That's probably the first reason why, because he did beat Sam Darnold out last year for the spot.
That was in Minnesota.
Yeah, in Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota. He beat him out. JJ beat him out as a rookie. So now there's politics and everything else, but if we're going to just say what everybody told us, and because I got no reason to, again, care if you lie or you ain't got to lie to me. But if,
yeah, I did forget about that part.
If he beat out Sam Darnold, from the giddy up, like, okay, that's cool. And then the way it wasn't that they lost. It was the games. I think it was the last 2 or 3 games of the year. Like, it's like dude fell apart. Like, I think he had like 7 interceptions in 2 games. Something real stupid,
Who you talking about, Sam?
Yeah. Sam threw some to the other team this year too.
He did. He still, but the fact that he still cleaned it up.
Didn't get away from it. But you can't. Everything in this coaching, football, all sports is about the scouting, good scouts, and making the decision and have to live with one or die with it. So the reality is that they said, listen, for the money, right? Because McCarthy is on the rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
He said, for that money, man, we'll take this. We got what's the wide receiver?
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Best receiver in the league. Got good running back. Defense plays well. We're going to try to ride this kid out until he can pull it together by the end of the season and hopefully, do well. Now, like I said, JJ is a rookie because he got hurt all of last year, and doggone, they got hurt all of this year. So you can't really,
So you were saying last year because Darnold was only with the Vikings 1 year. So
last year he was with them last year.
Just last year.
And when JJ got hurt, that's when
he got hurt last year. Yeah, he got hurt this year too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just want to clarify that. Yeah, he was only with the Vikings for 1 year, and he did well.
He had a good season.
A good season. Yeah.
It was a good season, man. He just his last 2 games kind of got away from him last year. So it's the decision they made based upon, like I always say, man. I always judge my decisions based upon the money and how good you are for the dollars we pay.
We know.
For McCarthy, he's a rookie, and if he already beat out Sam Darnold last year, you kind of think, he's probably going to be okay, But
but then the numbers really hit you. Then you look at Sam Darnold in the last 2 years, he's 28-6.
Yeah, well.
So then you start saying,
I don't think
it might be a bad move.
Well, I mean, when they made the move, they didn't think because he wasn't 28-6 then.
Well, I'm just going off the numbers now. I'm 28-6 now.
I mean,
that's what I'm just saying. Hindsight, you looking at it like, damn.
Yeah, that's why it's hard. But like I said, who knows? For the
nobody
salary,
knows. It's just
AJ may get there next year for $5,000 a month, and then you're like, yeah, we did it for nothing. Because I think Sam Darnold is getting paid $100 million
until he wants $100 million. And then
well, that's not until 5 years from now, though. So you don't have to do what everybody doesn't pay a dude. You don't have to do that. You're like, nah, I'm not paying you now. I'm not paying you till we ready to pay you. You can do that too. That is legal. It's not illegal.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you can make a dude pay out his contract, or you can do like other teams do, and we'll just get rid of you and get another rookie in there.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, whatever it is. But I think Sam Darnold had a good year. I think that team is good more because of the defense than the offense, but they got a lot of weapons on offense. Offensive line is good. They got a running back that wasn't even playing yesterday. So they're a really good team, man. And I wish them the best for sure. And that's with me being a Niners fan. Always like to see my NFC West is strong. So yeah, I'm cool with it, man. I love the sport. So I love to play that defense played. They played a good game yesterday. I think the refs need to be cool with that. That would have been a really effed up thing to do, is for them to lose that game over the dude. Just listen. If what's his name wasn't talking back to him, I said you don't know who was talking first. The reality is, man, it's football. Let them talk. That's all. It ain't nobody going to have a gang fight on the field. They talk it all game, man.
Or will they? Who knows?
All
and
game.
if you know, the last couple of years, they have not really been calling penalties on, taunting or anything like that. Not that I've seen. I think they've relaxed.
Man, so if that, come on, man. Like, really, yeah, dude had a great play. You know what I'm saying? Knocked the ball down, got up, he's hyped. Yeah. We about to do it, we do it. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I really didn't see nothing there. I didn't know.
It's not like the Rams quarterback wasn't talking mess the whole game.
I didn't know what was going on. I just, what I'm saying? I'm like,
they got to stop this, man. We can't let it be rough and tumble. And then when you want to call some foolishness, you call it. Because I remember Tom Brady running down the field 60 yards to jump in the dude's face.
Yep.
About him throwing a touchdown on him. And God forbid you to call in. We're going to have to stop, man. We need that same energy, as my man, what's the dude on ESPN? McAfee said to Orlovsky. Yeah, keep that same energy, homie. All right? We're not going to be switching this up now.
And they will.
Yeah,
this is the NFL. They ain't going to do that.
Yeah, you heard your boy, what's that fool on there, Rex? Oh, that was selfish. I would have never. Okay, shut up.
Rex is politicking for a job.
Politicking for a job. Now you want to be a DB. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let them play. Let them play. Don't let them play. Oh, okay. So they gave your father, who was always chirping at somebody, a penalty when he was coaching.
Always.
He was wrong, right? So come on, man.
In fact,
with all that.
Him and his daddy and Kelvin Gilbride, they got into a remember
infamous,
that?
Infamous. Yeah.
Two coaches on the sideline. Get it out.
He got into it with Ditka too. So what I'm saying is, let's stop. No,
to your point, man. I think sometimes these guys, and sometimes it's just sickening. These guys become very sanctimonious. And they forget. It's almost like the boss that reaches to the top of the world, and he came through the ranks and he forgot how he got there. And all of a sudden, I remember when you used to tell me to cover for you. Yo, man, I'm about to go get a bacon, egg, and cheese, man. But could you do my run for me? You know what I'm saying? And then you rise to the top, and then all of a sudden you just hard on the dude because he's 5 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, stop it, man. Y'all laughing because y'all know it's true.
Yeah, these dudes is cornballs. But like I said, man, it was a good game.
Yes.
I think I think both teams will probably be back next year.
No doubt.
I think that the Rams will probably get a quarterback and maybe have him sit behind um, the quarterback, uh, you know, and just learn underneath him for a little while. And because I'm surprised dude made it through this year because he had a bad back going into the year.
Right.
So I'm glad he made it through, and he's still there, rocking and rolling. And I don't have a problem at all with what they got to get that defense together though. They
Secondary's
really,
awful.
really do. Yeah, everything. Just, yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I think they'll pull something together.
Yeah, I think so. We'll go to the predictions here in a little bit, man. But we still got some. Just get like I said, it was a very good game. That was a very entertaining game. Shout out to Sam Darnold, how his journey has been. It's almost unbelievable to say the least. But this is what happens, man. When I guess like D-Dub said, something clicked. Now he's playing well, man. It's just really good for him, man. So as that said, let's how can I transition to the head coaching? The Steelers, they got their man, Mike McCarthy, the former Cowboys and former Green Bay Packers coach. He won the Super Bowl 15 years ago. When Aaron Rodgers was 27 years old. Hey, he's back at the top of the helm for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I didn't think the Steelers would go with somebody like this, but it just goes to show maybe they was caught off guard by Tomlin stepping down. I'll get this to DA. Your thoughts on McCarthy being the Steelers, I think, fifth head coach or sixth head coach?
I think you're right. Your diagnosis, I believe, is right. I don't think they thought that Tomlin was going to be stepping down because this guy is only going to be around for another 3-4 years because he's already 60-something years old. Yeah. And maybe they do have a coach in waiting or they're trying to figure out who that guy is, next long-term guy. And I think, sometimes you have a situation with these organizations where it's the old guys versus the young guys. And he's kind of like saying, like, listen, man, the old guys like, listen, we're not into having a whole bunch of coaches. So we're not going to have a coach for a year or two. And then, so we get an older guy to get in here. And maybe he may be the guy to come in as a great judge of talent and help the organization bolster up that defense, bolster up the offensive line, and, get some other dudes in there for a younger guy. Because I think they were caught in a bad position as an organization to be like, if you get a young coach, you got to have a more established team, or else you end up like the Jets. Not to be funny, but that's what happens. You get a young coach with no roster, it never ends up good. So I guess they figure, listen, if we could try to figure out a way to get an older coach here, maybe build something up. So when a younger coach comes in there, a young guy that maybe is a defensive mind or offensive line, no matter what you are, but he can relate with the players and everybody rocks together, that they have a team around him, because that's what they did with this dude in Chicago. They were building that team 3 years before he got there. They were building that team when Justin Fields was there. So I remember that. So, so when Ben got there was a team there. Matter of fact, the quarterback just got there a year before the coach did. Right. So, I mean, it was definitely being built, So reality is, again, I think it's a prudent style, where you're saying, hey, man, maybe we could get an older coach in here to get a roster pulled together and then maybe start to groom somebody to come in and be a good coach. Because Pittsburgh is not about, getting a young guy or an old guy and having them in and out of there in 2-3 years. That's just not what they do. So that's what I say. And he's a Pittsburgh guy. He lives in Pittsburgh. He's probably around the organization, has been around them a lot, knows people there, has probably had good conversations with dudes. before an interview. Outside of the interview, just being around there. An ex-NFL coach. And it's probably all good, man. And when it got pulled together, and they said, "Listen, man, Tomlin's leaving. Could you come in and maybe be a bridge for us for a few years?" He probably said, "Yeah, why not?" And they know what he wants. They know. I think he knows what they want out of him. And there's nothing better than having a job where they know what you want and you know what they want. So,
Yeah, obviously, make some good points there. E, what's your thoughts on Mike McCarthy? He's the Steelers guy now, holding it down.
I think, like y'all said, man, I think this is something that took them by surprise with time to put them down, and they didn't want to go without doing their due diligence and going finding them the next guy to be there the next 2 decades or so. So McCarthy is like y'all said, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He's been around the league. He's Super Bowl winning coach. So yeah, I mean, you got to have some kind of stability. Hopefully, he can, develop some players, some of these young guys while he's there until the next guy gets in there. I don't think it's a Pittsburgh hire, but they looked across the landscape, and this was the best. This was the best route for them. So I really don't have nothing else about this, man. It's one of those wait and see. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no heavy speculation or anything like that. It's just kind of like,
Right.
oh yeah, McCarthy's coming in for an. And then when you start to hear the background, it kind of makes sense for the situation that they're in at the moment. So I think depending on if Aaron stays there or they get another quarterback, shout out to Mike Mills. He calls him the running back killer. Pittsburgh hasn't run the ball like they have been for the last couple of years. So I guess he won't be killing nobody because they've been dead for I don't know how long now. But anyway, all jokes aside, I think they'll be fine. I mean, the guys that are there, whether it's Tomlin, whether it's McCarthy, whoever, you guys got to step up. You guys are getting paid, and I think that Pittsburgh, even though yes, they did make it to the playoffs, I feel like they've underachieved as a whole, as a team. The players on the field, y'all gotta do better, man. That's my take.
Gotcha, D-Dubs.
Yeah, I think. I think I agree, but I just think this is the same. This is the same coach. You know what I'm saying? It's just another version. It's a Tomlin lookalike. So it's going to be, with probably the same results. You're probably going to get the same results. They're going to probably get to this
first
get
round
to the playoffs. First round, maybe might get a second round. Maybe might get through the second round. I don't know, but it just looked like the same. I don't know. Like, I like McCarthy, but I don't know if I would like him for this particular job. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe somebody else. But yeah, I don't. It just looked like the same coach, and we'll see. He's been out the game for a minute, so.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny on Saturday when Ryan first and I came second. And Dad said, "No, y'all joking, right? This Dan's first order is he said, man, we don't."
Yeah, it doesn't.
They was caught off guard, and
yeah, it don't seem like it's. It makes sense to me. It don't seem like it's. Because you looking at the team, I was like, I don't know why they would go with him. I thought they would go with somebody a little bit younger, and that could move some things around, get some things shaking. I didn't think they would go for a McCarthy. I thought they would go younger, so they would have him in place, so they don't have to change. They're not looking to change. Find a guy, and they're not, because that's how Pittsburgh is. They don't look to change coaches. That's not what they do. So unless they want some new stuff, that's why I said this. I didn't think this would be the fit. I didn't think he would go here. So I thought it was going to be a much younger coach and have him sitting there and build it from there. But what do I know?
yeah, it's updates that we probably offensive coordinator Jess Minter as their head coach. The Dolphins named Jeff Hatley as their new head coach, and John is the Giants brought in John Harbaugh as head coach. He got rid of everybody. That's what the holdup is.
All right then.
Yeah,
And just as Kevin says that,
John Harbaugh got rid of everybody, and
well, y'all said that was hopefully going to happen, man. So, man, when you get coaches in, and this is one of the things when you bring coaches in, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to piece this guy and that guy together and trying to wish and bring the guy in, let him build his coordinators and everybody else that he wants in, and then you move from there. But go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev.
I'm sorry. Just saying, I was just running down some of the. I'll just go it again.
No, you said that, John.
Of course, John Harbaugh. Of course, he hired by the Giants. That the holdup. If you really look into it, man. Harbaugh did some things like he went and just he did everything on his terms, man, including down to like the strength and conditioning coach with organizations years, man. And I was like, well, dang, the Giants are injury prone and all that stuff, man. So some of those folks have been for the start from scratch. So that pretty much leads me to believe who say is going to be personnel or is it going to be Joe? He's made some good picks. And that's my issue. Giants, man. You Giants, man, real quick.
I'm not questioning nothing this man has to say or do. Let him do it. I trust. I'm giving him the keys. Let him do what he needs to do. I'm cool with it. Whatever he's doing, I'm good with it. Who am I to challenge? You know what I'm saying? John got it. I'm gonna give it to John. Let John. I trust John. Let him do what he got to do until further notice. I ain't got nothing to say on that.
So there's multiple teams, coach and general manager. You have the Cardinals, Bills, Browns, and Dolphins, among others. Right now, interviewing candidates. Phillip Rivers would do. He dubs letter.
Yeah, stop skipping the line, dude.
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
There's just ways to do it. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't understand how you just go from. You just came in to start passing the ball as a quarterback, then you leave, and then you want to, you immediately but for Buffalo to even look at him, I find that crazy. Like, nah, where did we do this at? Me and DA had this conversation. I mean, it's just people just get in and get jobs, and my thing is, man, it's got to be fair, man. Let's be fair around the board. It can't be just you just came out of and then all of a sudden you get a job. Nah. But it has happened over the years, and it's like, nah, that's just not right. I mean, Jeff Saturday, he was just at the desk a few minutes ago, and then all of a sudden he gets a job at in Indianapolis. I just don't like the way they do stuff, because I could go and say it doesn't happen for everybody like that, and it doesn't. I'm just saying, no, just be fair. That's all.
A couple other things. Veteran coaches shifting roles or being replaced is unexpected fashion. Who else? The Giants, they got their defensive coordinator. It looks here. Giants Packers Impact. What's the Giants' new defensive coordinator here? I had it here for a second. Maybe somebody can pull it up for there. But the Bills are still searching, after Josh Allen and the Bills lost the game last week and got McDermott fired. I expect McDermott to maybe coach this year, man. Again, I don't know if he might coach one of these teams. I don't know which
Denard
one.
Wilson.
Denard Wilson, yeah.
Denard Wilson.
Yeah, he's the Giants' new defensive coordinator, man. And I think Harbaugh is going to, if he did we sign, what's his name? That just came from the Ravens as well. The offensive coordinator.
I think they did get a new OC. Hold on.
Yeah. But going back to that, also Matt Ryan, he's the new president. He hires Kevin Stefanski, who was the former Cleveland head coach. E, let me give it to you. E, your team is looking for a head coach, the Arizona Cardinals. Your thoughts? What's going on? What's going on with the organization?
It's trash. I've been told y'all that from ownership on down, and this is why they don't even have a coach right now. They've made crazy decisions. There's no accountability at the top from ownership and the GM. They do whatever, drunk driving, all types of stuff, and they get a slap on the hand and they go right back to what they've been doing. And this is what you have, man. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not even mad at it, to be honest, man. I'm about to go searching for another team here in a minute, but this is where we at, man. This is why I told y'all a couple weeks ago that Arizona is probably next to Vegas is probably the worst job to go to right now because there is no stability at the top. So that's all I got for you. Who would I like to have as a coach? To be honest, I don't even know. Because the GM is still going to do fool stuff, to put it mildly. So, seen it before. I think they did it with Gannon. I don't think Gannon got everything that he needed or asked for, or whatever. You did that foolishness with Kyler Murray giving him all this money when he. Anyway, that's all I got, man. It has to be just like with it has to be a full-fledged cleanup at the top. The owner has to say, I'm bringing in a football guy and I'm getting out of it. That's what needs to be done with the Arizona Cardinals. And until then, we're going to be at the bottom of the list every year.
Going back to my point about the Giants don't have an offensive coordinator. Todd Monken is supposed to be one of the head top candidates for the job, but he's also interviewing for the job. The Giants.
God bless him.
I mean, it is what it is.
God bless him. God bless him. If you want to go to the Cleveland Browns organization, man, I'm just saying, God.
Thoughts on any of these moves?
Nothing. We just wait and see till they get there, man. I think infrastructure around the head coach is probably more important than the head coach himself. That's kind of what I see.
Yep.
That's a fact.
And when you say infrastructure, for those
I'm gonna give
that are not football savvy, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was, GM ownership got your back. Facilities the way they need to be. Dollars. What we have, what we're going to keep, what we're getting rid of, what we need to get. All those decisions should be done in advance of your coach coming in. So when your coach comes in, you're on the same accord. So you don't have a coach coming in and everybody else is thinking we need a quarterback, and your coach like, we need 4 running backs. You got to kind of pull something together that works. So
right,
that's what I see. And so I think they'll do the right things or they'll be the same old parity. You have some bad teams and everybody else will be in the middle and they'll do the best they can. When the team hits it square on 100%, that's when you get those Patriots.
Right. Who do you think, if you had somebody right now, the way the Bills are constructed, who would you hire as a head coach?
It'd be a defensive dude because their defenses is abysmal. they're bad. I think they have some people on offense. They have to, check with their scout, make sure they got the offensive line. And, the reality is, with someone winning an MVP, you got to think, how much are they going to do what you say? And how much are you there based upon the fact that they like you? I think that's a bad situation for anybody. I don't know if I'd want that job. Because if me and Josh don't get along, I'm out. He's there before me. They ain't going to let him go. They ain't going to let me go. Right? So if he ain't feeling me, I know I'm going. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting rid of Josh up there. So I don't know if that's a job I'd want. Josh would probably want a younger guy so he can run them, and bring in a system that helps him. But that's not necessarily what you want, because then you got an organization that's doing, Cincinnati type things and paying all the money to your receivers and nothing to your defense. So a lot of dudes are not willing to be team players in the real way, meaning to say that making decisions that best help the team rather than helping them. So we'll see where Josh is at in his career, because if he likes the MVP thing and likes the fact that people love him and this, that, and the third, it'll be the same way it was this year.
Will Vance Joseph be a selection?
No, because he's not going to do what Josh wants.
Let me cut him off the list here. Okay, Jeff Hafley's gone.
I don't even know those guys.
Chris Shula, Jesse Minter. I think he just got a job. If I'm not mistaken,
he just got a job with the. He's a coach of the Ravens.
Brian Flores went back to Minnesota. So, Lou, what's that? Lou Rumo? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll be an offensive young guy.
Okay.
Yeah, because then, like I said, Josh run the show. Your job is based on how much Josh likes you.
Well, this is what I'm saying. McDermott been with Josh.
He didn't make Josh.
Well, no, he didn't. No, he didn't make Josh. But
the dudes that made Josh were the dudes that coached the Giants, right? That's the dude, right?
Oh, I was about to say Brian Dable is still on the. He's still out there. So
it could be Dable. It could be Dable. You got to run a system that Josh likes.
Yeah.
So that's. But we'll see what type of dude Josh is. If Josh is about that, Buffalo life, then he's going to get a coach that's going to make sure the team is put in the right position for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well,
but if not, then I'm gonna do my thing. I'm getting my paper. Be MVP again. This, that, and the third. My numbers up. They love me here. Yeah. And if things don't work, it's your fault.
Hey, just to give y'all a quick update, the Rams offensive coordinator Mike LaFleur is flying into Arizona for a second interview for the head coaching job.
That looks like you're a coach.
Damn dude. I don't. How do I even grade? How do I even grade that? You're an offensive coordinator, but the coach damn near called all the plays. So what are you? You just holding the damn clipboard? Okay, never mind. I digress.
Go ahead,
I think Gannon would be a good fit for Buffalo too.
Gannon,
defensive guy.
Gannon came from
for Arizona.
Yeah.
Via Philadelphia.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Definitely a lot of coaching things to be done. Go ahead, D-Dubs.
No, I was just saying this thing is hard, man. It's hard when you got, and now you down to the bottom of the barrel of jobs now. It's either you hopefully it's gonna have to be a guy that we poo-poo him. You might, but it might be your guy. You never know, man. It just takes a lot of work now, man, because you gotta get that personnel, gotta get right. Gotta get the personnel right.
might be your guy. I remember 1995.
Yeah, because I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead,
and
Kim. Just say.
I
I'm
didn't
not
want Joe
even
to say it.
disputing that. I'm just saying I don't know how to feel about him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how to
Little
feel
indifferent.
about you.
Yeah, little
I
indifferent.
know.
Yeah, I got you. You're not like hooray, but you're
Yeah,
not
you know.
on it. You're like, I
Yeah,
gotta wait and go wait and see attitude about that. Real quick, the Jets defensive coordinator thing, they can't seem to hire anybody right now. And like DA mentioned earlier, how their roster is constructed and what has pretty much happened to them all year, man. It's kind of hard. Dubs, go ahead. Your thoughts.
It's a reason why, brother. It's a reason why. Nobody, it's like, we all been job hunting. You know what I'm saying? You always been looking around. You're like, nah. This may not be right for me. This may not be a right cultural fit for me at this place.
Yeah, do I go to
You know what I'm saying?
do I go to Apple or do I go to ABC Acme computers?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
may not be it, man. And the Jets don't do themselves no favors, man. With the stuff that they go through over the years, man. It's you're gonna have to. That's one of the other good things. You're gonna have to find a young guy who's probably who's so he's just so happy to be here, man. And that's the guy you gonna have to get to figure it out.
DA said it earlier, man. All the infrastructure has to work, and the Jets
Got to be right.
They don't do themselves no favor. Their owner absolutely self-sabotages. He's not the type of guy that gets out the way. So I don't know. It's gonna be an uphill battle for Aaron Glenn and trying to get that, man. Between the roster, the losing, and just
Yo, what he gonna go 4-13? What's the record? What's their record this year?
Just
Did they win 3 games this year?
3 games. Yo, man, that man is surely be gone after next year if they have another losing season like such.
But again, you start all over again. Yeah, the Jets were 3-14. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to keep on happening. You're going to keep on being on that hamster wheel. I mean, like I said, man, it starts at the top, bro.
Yo, Aaron Glenn got all the job security that he could ever want. Cause don't nobody want that shit. Don't nobody want that job, B. And that's probably one of the reasons why Pittsburgh made the move that they made. You know what I'm saying? Because none of the guys that are currently available are of that what they're looking for. So they said, let's plug in McCarthy and then let's see what the landscape is when his contract is up, and then we'll go from there.
So you think it could be a one year deal for McCarthy and then until somebody comes available?
Probably be there 2-3 years, maybe.
Gotcha.
But if they see somebody they
the
like,
Jets are so damn bad, they may have to trade for a defensive coordinator. You got to give up a first round pick to get somebody.
Yo, you might be right.
Yo, put it in the comment section.
Yeah, put it in the comment section. What you think about that?
Oh,
Jets have to
might have to trade somebody to get a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
DA, how do you fix the Jets, man? Like,
you asked him that last. Yo, you gotta get that stink out of it.
Yeah, you gotta get the stink out. You gotta sell the team.
You gotta get the stench out of there, man. It stinks in there, man. It stinks to high heaven at that Jets facility. That's why they can't get it right, man. It stinks in there. It ain't no Febreze, ain't no Muslim oils could get that stench off of you, man. It stinks in there.
And that's why the Giants have been bad. Y'all need to evict them out of that stadium, man. They need to go find something else, man.
John got an air purifier in there. John Harbaugh bought an air purifier, and he said, "Yo, I gotta get this stench out of here.
Yo,
fuck out of here." Yo, D, you should never say that stench. Yeah, it's the stench.
Everything out of there.
Yeah, it stinks in there, man.
Get it out the walls, get it out the floor, everything.
Yo, man, they got lead poisoning, they got asbestos, they got all types of shit up in there, man. They got to get it out of there.
They got everything.
speaking of environmental thing, we're ending on this note. I don't know if you ever read DA. I don't know if you read your team like is near some kind of electrical facility. I don't know. Did y'all hear that? Where
No.
Oh, y'all didn't hear this? Well, it's of something that the Niners. Yeah, you heard that. Go ahead, DA. What do you know about?
I think we're built on something where the electricity messes up something and people is feeling bad or getting sick.
What?
Listen, man, look, man.
What?
Yeah, whatever. Don't go to the game. They not moving. They just bought the damn stadium, so it just got there. So
it just got to Santa Clara.
Listen, man. I'm not for all the BS and talking for nothing. Like nothing's going to happen. You can't move the pipes. You can't move the electrical stuff.
I'm getting sick, D. I'm getting sick.
Well, then don't go.
Yeah.
No one made you go to the game.
Yo, D, I'm getting sick at the. I'm getting sick at Levi Stadium, bro.
Don't go. Some people, I guess, are used to electricity and they're not dying. You go out there and die if you want to, stupid.
Yo, I got to look that up, kid.
In 2026, the San Francisco 49ers confirmed that they are investigating a viral, unproven theory that an electrical substation adjacent to their Santa Clara practice facility and Levi Stadium is responsible for a team highest rate of injuries. While the theory has gained significant attention, scientific experts have largely debunked it, calling the alleged link.
Look, we don't stop this, man.
That's so they try to blame the injuries on Levi Stadium.
So that's where these that's where all of these non-contact injuries come from. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're having the Super Bowl there.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have the Super Bowl.
Don't spill no water. Don't spill no water. No liquid.
We're the only ones that have these injuries, then I would say so.
A theory popularized by a social media user, quantum biology practitioner, suggests the low-frequency electromagnetic fields from the substation are causing soft tissue injuries by degrading players' collagen and weakening their tendons. Former 49ers tight end Delaney Walker claimed in 2026 that players had concerns about the substation's energy output where he was with the team 2006 to 2012, even alleged a transformer exploded during a practice. Injury rate, the 49ers have consistently ranked among the most injured teams in the NFL since moving to the new facility in 2014. Hold on, where's my conspiracy?
I need Patrick Willis. I need a statement from Patrick Willis.
Yeah, man. They calling it.
Conspiracy theories.
They calling this theory nonsense, man. They calling it absolute nonsense.
Fake news.
But,
fake news.
Yeah.
Listen, that's all we got for the Monday Night Blitz. Be 2 weeks now. This is the lull that I hate. The 2 weeks in between the Super Bowl. So we'll go over predictions and stuff about that probably on the Thursday before the Super Bowl. We'll go over that, man. But hey, also make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the bells for all the notifications for that. Hey, our newsletter, it's back on track. It's back on Mondays. We promise you, we're gonna give you some top-notch editorial pieces, man. So we just sent the one out to just remind you, hey, we're back on Mondays. Check out our newsletter, please. Pass it along to somebody. In order to get it, though, you can't pass it along to nobody. In order to get it, you guys subscribe. So you gotta go to our website, sportschaserspodcast.net, and you click on to the pop-up. That'll give you the newsletter, man. So every Monday, 8:00 a.m., you'll get the newsletter with that. So without that said, Paul shots real quick. D-Dubs, your thoughts?
Yo, nothing, man. I got my shovel, man. I'm trying to dig out, man. Roads look all right, so I guess it's on to the work week.
Yep. Shout out to all those in the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, man. They got pounded by all this snow and ice. Shout out to them. DA, your thoughts? Party shots real quick before we get out of here. DA still on mute?
Is he on mute? Oh, yeah.
On mute? While he's trying to get on mute, the angry one, what you got for us, sir?
Yo, man, another great show, man. Nothing too heavy. Everybody be safe out there. Stay warm. It was a great 2 games of football, man. Like I said, it's kind of bittersweet because now we got 1 game left for the season, and then it's that dry spell where we got, good God Almighty, we got the NBA. Thank God we got Dan and the NHL baseball right around the corner. But everybody be safe out there, man. Yeah, be safe.
Yeah,
stay warm.
Everything that he said, I'm good.
Got you. And I said a lot too, man. So listen, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin Warren, your host and moderator. Hey, man, make sure you check us out on Thursday night. Hey, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Dan, shout out to Mike for their absence. Thank y'all for all that's chiming in. Hey, don't miss. Hey, don't forget Thursday night. Chime in on the Thursday night live show, man. Hey, this is the Sports Chaser. Y'all be good, be great.
Shout out to our main man Alvin too.
Shout out to Alvin also, our baseball guy. Absolutely, Alvin be dropping those. Yo, this is the Sports Chaser. Y'all be good, be great, be blessed. We'll talk to you later. Peace.
You've been locked in with Sports Chasers, where conversation doesn't follow trends, it follows the game. If you rock with the discussion, tap in, subscribe, and join the community that keeps sports real. Until next time, stay locked, stay sharp, and keep chasing sports the right way.